So Dan, listen, if somebody's on a real budget, smaller business, or maybe it's a personal project, to build a website, we can always go to Wix.
Yeah.
And you can actually do it free.
Yeah.
Now the thing is, stinks if you've never been to Wix, you can build it free, but you have the Wix brand and all that. It looks kind of cheesy, but I don't know, maybe you don't care. Let's say you're good with that. What other limitations are there that perhaps somebody isn't thinking about with that free website?
I think the biggest thing and this is just 20 years in the business, I remember, the funny thing is I was trying to sit here and think of all the free website builders that have come and gone over the years, and there's been a plenty of them.
You're right. I wonder why.
But the reality is they come and go. And the thing is, if you build your site on that platform, there's just one day it's probably not going to be there. But the one thing I noticed about free website builders in general is that they fall apart. Over time, they just fall apart. The reality is, if at least me as a business owner, I'm not looking at my bottom line of my company and saying, oh gosh, you really got to get rid of that $29 hosting fee.
Right.
We got to get rid of it. Right. It is killing us. I mean, if you're worried about your $29 hosting fee, there's probably other things that you need to focus on.
Of course, that's sort of like a $29 salesman or a $29 sales force you have working for you, right?
Well, that's just it. So it's but the other thing with free is, and even with the major platforms that offer free, is they usually put you on really slow servers. Just being found, Google will not tolerate slow speeds, and they will just basically drop your ranking really far. So it's is it worth $29 a month to have your website hosted on a professional system? The way our stuff works is all of our customers, not only is their logic on one server, but all of their videos and media are coming from many servers.
Right.
So our websites pop in really quick within milliseconds. Okay. You want to try to keep, another way to look at this is go look at your website and say, is it loading in 600 milliseconds? Because it should be about 600 milliseconds.
How do you got a watch for that?
Yeah, there are measurement tools as you're loading. You can see how fast it loads, but roughly 600 milliseconds a second at most. But if you're clocking in at 14 to 20 seconds per load, that's a big problem for being found. So it just depends on if you don't really care too much about being found, it's probably not a big deal to be on free. But if you can part with that, $15 to $29 hosting fee, that's probably worth it.
That's probably coming down to a big under $400 a year, which is kind of the cost of doing business. And besides the slow lows, you talk about who wants to, on the receiving end, your potential customer, who wants to deal with that?
Well, think about
that's a reflection on you. If that whole Wix branding top isn't enough, saying this guy's not for real.
The crazy thing about it is, I came from the brick and mortar era. I grew up in it.
You?
I did, believe it or not.
I thought you just came from outer space. Oh, sure, yeah.
But the reality is, if you think about how much it costs to maintain the brick and mortar, the storefront, the pop in the windows, everything that went into brick and mortar.
Yeah.
And then you can't part with a $29 a month hosting fee when that is bigger. It's bigger than your brick and mortar. You should be putting everything you can into your website, point blank. But I mean, if you get away with free and you're getting leads, great. If you're not getting leads, I would question mark. That's probably the best way I can help you measure that is if you're not, if your phone isn't ringing from your website or you're not getting website forms filled out and you're on a free builder, I would probably say speed might be an issue.
That's pretty. It's a pretty obvious point. You get what you pay for, and if you're not paying anything, you might not be getting any leads.
Right.
And then what's the point?
Yeah,
might as well just stay at home and just sleep on the couch all day.
100%.
You can actually do that, and these guys will build your website, so you can actually sleep on the couch and get a professional website that's up and running. It looks great and everything.
You guys can chill out while we do all the work.
This guy never naps. So, hey, do I get to do it this time?
Yeah, absolutely.
Information's right down there. Give these guys a call, get them on your website, and you will not be displeased one bit.
See you guys soon. Take care.